Hi, this is Matthew Robert Payne or Michael Benjamin Jacobson. Why I said the funny name Benjamin is because I've been calling myself Michael Ben Jacobson lately. Okay, this is one of my t-shirts. Imagine a world without greed. Some people may say to themselves, why would I request a prophecy? Why would I pay for a prophecy? And that's a good question because some people will ask, well, why do you charge for a gift? Well, I charge for my time, and I've done about 25,000 prophecies in my life, and probably about 18,000 of them were free. Every time I go out to the shops, I prophesy over people for free, probably about three people every time I go out. That's called prophetic evangelism. I've written a book on that. I've written about 5 books on the prophetic. I'm pretty experienced in the prophetic. You can get a paid prophecy of Jeremy Lopez. It costs 40 American dollars, which works out to be about 60 Australian dollars. My prophecies are like 30 Australian dollars, and they're not half as good as Jeremy's. Jeremy's really good. The Lord has told me not so much to get prophecies off him. The last 5 prophecies I got off him weren't really hitting the mark. They could hit the mark if I went back to them, but when I got them, they weren't really hitting the mark. So the Lord has weaned me off that. I've got other prophetic people I go to. One of the reasons I request prophecies off paid prophetic websites is, one of the main reasons is people who offer free prophecies online are less experienced. I've run prophetic groups online. There's a group called Personal Prophecy Group that I started years ago, handed the management of that Personal Prophecy Group over to a friend of mine. That's on Facebook. So if you type in Personal Prophecy Group, you can go there. I'll actually put a link in the description tag here. You can join. I think you can get a free prophecy off their team every 3 months, and I'd suggest that. But what I find is when people are new to prophecy, they like to prophesy. They like to start up a website and offer free prophecy. I've got another friend in Australia who's very accurate. He's got like a Sean Boltz sort of gift. That he can say names and phone numbers and bank account numbers and stuff. He's very good, and I'll put his link in the description tag here. His name's David. He's from Australia. But what I find is when people are new to prophecy, their accuracy is down. They tend to say things that are risky, like dates, and they say some risky things. My friend David is very good at answering questions, and you can ask him questions and he can answer accurately your questions. And so I encourage you to see him. Of course, I'm putting this video up because I want you to know that you can request a prophecy of me. This is one of my t-shirts, and imagine a world without greed. I've designed 200 t-shirts, and you can have a look at the t-shirt site there and find out about it. I've also got over 2,000 videos. I'm currently doing a series on the Gospels, and if you go to my YouTube homepage, you can have a look at my teachings on the Gospels. I did one on Matthew 24 last week, the Mount Olivet prophecy discourse that Jesus did in Matthew 24, where he talked about the end times. It was an 8-hour video. That's an amazing thing to watch. So you can watch me as a teacher. The reason I started charging for prophecies is because I got a prophetic word of Jeremy Lopez that said that I was going to monetize my gift. And what I did for 4 years is I produced 1 book a month for 3.5 years. I produced about 45 books in 3 years. And it cost me $110,000 to self-publish them. So all my money that came in from prophecies and doing angel messages and doing prophetic blueprints, which is like a destiny scroll. It's half an hour extensive look at 9 or 10 things that you're destined to do with your life. The money I've raised through that, plus people's donations, and half of the money coming into my ministry was simply people giving me donations. All that money was used to self-publish 55 books, and I've stopped the season of doing that right now, but all of my books except one of them, which is 420 pages, but all of my other books are 99 cents. The reason the other one is $3 is because Amazon refused to make it 99 cents. I've tried to change it back down. I won't have it. So I'm currently doing other projects and stuff. I'm largely just doing this deeper look into the Gospels and other videos on YouTube. You'll find that my videos from years ago didn't have like a studio like this that I made. It looks a lot more professional now, but I encourage you, get a prophetic word. They're at least 9 minutes. They can be 15 or 20 minutes, depending on how much the Lord gives me for a person. If anyone ever says to me that they didn't feel the prophecy was accurate or they're not happy with it, I've never got a problem with just pressing the refund button on PayPal and refunding your money. So there really is no risk. So that's what I find with people new to the gift, or people with websites who are offering prophecy for free. I know this woman, Lenora Sava, who's got this free prophetic website, but every time you go there, they're not accepting prophecy requests. And there's other people who offer it free, but if you want a prophecy within 2 weeks, you have to pay. I feel that's a bit of a scam too, because if you actually do put a free request in, sometimes it's 3 months before you get your prophecy back. So they get you in there on you're going to get it free, and then you find out you've got to pay if you want it in the next 2 weeks. So if you type free personal prophecy, you can find websites, and there are people who do it. There's one guy that offered it free. I've got a couple of him, and he's very accurate. He's very good. And when he sends it to you, he asks, could you please donate and support his ministry? And I don't mind that. And I often, both times, I've sent him a donation. So you can request a prophecy on PayPal by me. I'll do the prophecy. And if you're not happy with it, you can get a refund. That's between you and the Lord. If you get the prophecy and then it's good, and then you want a refund to get your money back, go ahead, but that's between you and the Lord if it's true or not. Really recommend that you get one off David, my friend. He's really accurate. He can't prophesy over me, but he has in the past. But he can't because we're really good friends. We see each other once a week. So I encourage you to get one of him. I've tried the Father's Heart, and I found them to be very generic, and it's just like it's a generic sort of prophecy that could be for anyone. To be honest, I don't know a lot of prophetic sites that you can request one. There's a guy called Steven Svec, SVEC. I'll put his website down below. I'll look for another website that I've got prophecies from before, and you can pick the prophetic person who does your prophecy. I've got prophecies from that website, the third website that I'll put in, and I've had good prophecies. Not so long, not so detailed, but they're all right. So I encourage you to request a prophecy of me. Request one of David. Steven Svec, you can ask specific questions of, and so you can get one on a person that you feel might be a future partner. You can get one on your destiny and what you're meant to do. You can get a 12-month blueprint. You can get like a 12-month prophecy on your next 12 months and what he sees for the next 12 months. That's $120 US. I just got one of them, and I'm waiting for it. It takes 7 days for it to come or something. So I really encourage you to get one. You can go to my YouTube playlist, and it's got personal prophecies for 2019. Go and have a listen to a few. You can get an angel message off me, a prophetic angel message where I'll tell you the name of your guardian angel. I'll give you a picture of what they look like and a 5-minute message, and you can request one of them, or you can get a prophetic destiny blueprint where it's $150 Australian, and I'll go into 9 or 10 things that you're destined to do with your life. And I find that 50% of the people I give them to get so blown away that they won't even talk to me afterwards. Not because it's wrong, but Ephesians 3:20 says, and he can do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can ask or think. So you can't even dream it, you can't even pray for it, because it's exceedingly and abundantly more. And when someone gets that exceedingly abundantly more on a video, it's just too much from, they can't believe it. Most people think they're destined for one thing, and they could be destined for 30 things. So it just blows people's minds. So I encourage that. I encourage you to request a prophecy, request an angel message, request a blueprint. Try out David, my friend. Try out Steven Svec. Try out the other prophetic website. And I encourage you to go ahead and request some prophecies for yourself. I've got no problems charging simply because I don't mind paying myself. I found that, like I've said 3 times already, that people who are new to prophecy are a lot less accurate. Their words aren't as extensive. They haven't got the power. They haven't got the authority, and they haven't got the track record. And there's a lot of immaturity in the prophetic gift. It takes a lot of thousands of prophecies to get very accurate and very confident. When you're not confident, you're wrong. When you're not confident, you can't prophesy with strength and with accuracy. And in the first few thousand prophecies, you're not confident. You need so much feedback, and you need people writing to you and encouraging you that you got it right. So I've got on my website, on the personal prophecy request page, I've got a link to a Facebook page where I've got reviews from my prophecy. You can go to that Facebook page. I'll put a link of that Facebook page down in my description tag. So I'll have my Facebook review page there. You can have a look at that. I'll have David's site. I'll have Steven Svec's site. I'll have the other website that you can request prophecies for. So this is like a resource. I'll even try and find Wayne Sutton's prophetic website. And so this can be a resource for my site, David's site, Steven Svec's site, the other site, and the last guy I said that I forgot his name. So I encourage you, use this resource. Come back to this resource. Save this video on your page and try all of us one after another and get consecutive confirmations on your prophetic word. I really encourage you to request a prophecy, not necessarily off me. Go and request them off all the other people that I really trust and love. God bless you and keep you, and I hope the prophetic words and the personal prophecies that you get really bless you. God bless.